So, but the that must have been the logistics behind that is just it sounds crazy. I mean, what was the total number of staff you had on hand for the implementation of all the activities associated with?
See, we had six venues, and therefore each venue will have a separate team, and it will be, if you involve locally everyone, it will be more than 300 people who are involved, and then there will be volunteers as well.
And all these people, of course, they got paid by FIFA to implement
Yes,
the
yeah, they, the everyone was paid, and there are, the volunteers. They have, different assignments, which they they become, because the volunteers are the big part, because without volunteers we cannot really implement those big events and mega events, and they play a huge role. You have to train them, you have to give them those basics, so that they are motivated, and they feel part of it, and they do the most of the work, because whether it is managing the spectator, managing the VVIP, helping the media, helping the security, helping the game day operations. They are involved in everywhere, and they are the biggest in terms of numbers, and they are the most happiest, and you feel the energy in them, because they get this opportunity. For them is big, and their motivation, you can't believe, though they are not there for money. Yeah, they just want to be part of it, and they get that opportunity to learn, and some of them, I believe, their life changes
yeah,
for the for the
that
good.
must have been challenging. How do you motivate someone that's not getting paid for a major global tournament with a body like FIFA that's a multi-billion-dollar organization? How does that work? How did you guys motivate them to
No, see, being a volunteer, it's your own call, that volunteer to be part of it. Yeah, so therefore, it's not somebody is forcing you to be part of it. Yeah, so you come your own. Yeah, because of your motivation, because you want to be part of it, and that's it. And they get, every support, every facility, and they are treated in the best possible manner, and no way they will have, a complaint against anyone, and because they are motivated, that's why they become volunteer in the first place. And when you interact with them, you will know, they really want to give their 100%, because they feel encouraged, that they got an opportunity to be part of something like this. Yeah, and
yeah.
it's an open thing, because anybody can apply for volunteer, and they get shortlisted, and they get, so merchandising products, and they can keep those things for life, as a great memory to have, and FIFA takes care of them in the best possible manner, and nobody will ever complain about that.
Yeah, there were two other things you mentioned. And I think just because of my background, I'm curious to try to understand how you cater to these two different categories. One was the scouts. You mentioned the scouts coming in from different parts of the world. I understand the importance of the U-17 World Cup as it relates to scouts because a lot of teams come there to identify upcoming talent from teams and then especially international talent that they then bring into either their youth teams or their first team squads. How did that process work? So scouts contacted you, and then you had to what sort of accommodation did they ask for to be able to perform their job?
See, they need access to stadium.
Hmm.
Yeah, they get the, the tickets to be in the stadium, and they register themselves from, say, big clubs. Yeah, where it's Real Madrid, or Barcelona, or there are all kind of clubs from different levels they come. Yeah, and they register. They You have to give them the tickets so that they can reach to the stadium, and that's all. And it is not that that they ask for more than that.
I see. Do they buy the tickets, or are the tickets provided to them? Do you guys comp
No,
the
the
tickets?
tickets are provided to them. The tickets are provided to them as a
So
complimentary.
so if for instance you weren't a big club and you were coming from, I don't know, club in India, professional club in India, um, would you get the same red carpet service for the World Cup if you were not a Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Yeah, everyone is same, because if you are registering as a scout, you will be treated as same. There is no difference.
Yeah, do you have to be affiliated with the team, or so like someone
No,
like
no,
myself, I'm an agent.
no,
If I
because
wanted to come there to
yeah,
scout
but
talent.
yeah, it's an official process whereby definitely the clubs also endorse you, because otherwise, how you will know that who is representing whom. Yeah.
Correct, correct. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.